All right, I just got out to the farm to see what the damage is. Looks like the interior of the house might be dry, so that's fortunate. The floodwaters are definitely way down. Yesterday when we left that chicken coop, the water was all the way up to where that wire ends and the roof begins. If we look at the rest of the land, it's still heavily flooded. But it is a good 3 feet at least below when we left. If we come over to the house, the water got all the way up to the backs of those chairs in this pergola. So I mean, that shows you how deep it was last night. As you can see, I'm running my pump. Our probably big problem that we'll have is the basement definitely, or the crawl space was definitely flooded. I'll walk over there in a second. When this house was renovated a few years ago, we don't know the full history, but it definitely looks like the house was raised at some point, because the crawl space is about a 5-foot crawl space, which is awesome. However, they mounted the furnace and everything in the crawl space, and so what I need to do is to see if the installation of the furnace is all destroyed or not. But all things considered, I am pleased. I did not sleep a wink last night. You want to go see the crawl space? Apologize, it's probably going to be noisy. I have that pump going. Oh, actually, let me show you a few things here. We had this massive trough blocking the pump, the well. So that's our well, that pipe. I don't see it. Big, giant, heavy metal thing, and it's gone. You see some of our planters are gone. Whoops, where'd they go? Somewhere out there. You see over there that white water? Over there, that white water, that's the sandbags that Dad and I put up, which was holding back the water's fine until it just kind of got crazy. All right, we'll come over here. So you can see it's very deep, the water. So, yep, that'll be pumping for a while. All right, then the other thing, last night, the last camera shot that we had before the camera's batteries, or before the internet's batteries died, my cable modem's batteries died, the water was up to right around. So if we look at the house, it got to this grass part right here. So that's how close we were from the full house flooding. And then if we see here, the driveway, that was all flooded yesterday. You can see the gravel got swept into the creek behind our house. So there's the creek. So the river is that direction and the creek is that direction. And so the river overflowing, for the water to get back out to the river, it needs to go to this creek behind our house, which goes under the road there. And as you can see, our big problem here is we have a brand new septic system, which is a pressure system. And when the water flows through here, because the grass isn't well established, it's been eroding our mound. And so we'll have to fix that. Additionally, our septic lids are all right here. So that one is the high one. The other two are still buried under the water, which means I can't turn on the septic system. That's a good sign here. That wood down there in the corner, that's dry. That's a good sign. So I think we lucked out. I mean, if we look here at this concrete, so you see, what is that, about 6 inches? 6 inches before it got to the framing under the house. But when we left yesterday, that deck, the water was up to the deck. So you can see how far it dropped. So talk about a sleepless night. Thank you everyone for thinking about us. But I think our farm is good, or as good as we could hope. We'll be getting a new furnace. I think that's the reality. It's under the house, and I think the water just got too high. That furnace hangs below the house. So There's the update.